All right, welcome, Aaron. Great to have you here. Thank you very, very much for joining us.
Yeah, glad to be here.
And yeah, it's fantastic to have you on. I'm a big fan personally, and it's been requested by quite a few people to have you on the podcast as well. So thank you very, very much for making
Oh,
the time.
cool. Yeah, man, I'm more than happy to be here. I'm really, really, really excited to talk with y'all.
Perfect. So have you been to New Zealand before?
No, I haven't, but I have seen so many pictures and images, and I cannot wait to visit. I know nothing about it other than it's very beautiful, and it's going to be what? It's going to be winter there because it's kind of like into summer here, or maybe like fall there.
Yeah. So it's summer going into spring. It'll be summer going to spring, so it's still pretty hot here.
Okay, okay.
Spring, yeah, fall. It's about today. It's like 25 degrees, beautiful sunny weather. What's the weather like
Yeah.
over there?
Well, it's like 30. It's very cold here.
Okay.
Yeah, but yesterday was 80. So, well, we use Fahrenheit here, so it
Yeah.
was it was very, very hot yesterday, and today was like it could snow if we had the right precipitation.
Wow. I prefer
Yeah,
that weather though, because I'm a sweater. I struggle in the heat, so I'd prefer to be
same.
where you are. Are you so when you come down, I know you're going to be in Wellington and Christchurch. Are you going to be anywhere else? You going anywhere else? Visiting anywhere?
Yeah, so I don't remember exactly the name of the town. But I think the southwestern part of New Zealand, in between the conventions, we're going to in the week break we have in between Christchurch and Wellington, we're going to kind of drive up in through the countryside and be able to see lots of cool stuff. Um,
Awesome.
but yeah, I'd love any recommendations that you have for things to do while we're there.
That's great. Yeah, no, I'm on the west coast of the South Island. So, listen, I've got a couch. I've got a pull-out bed. Free accommodation here. I'm just, but no, I've been down here for a couple of years and absolutely love it. I was in the North Island before, and there is nothing like the South Island. It is a different part of the world. You know, the big mountains, beautiful amount of nature, and the cool thing about it is you can explore the nature without being bitten by a rattlesnake or attacked by a brown bear, you know?
Well, we like that. We do. We like that very, very much.
Cool. That's awesome. And then the expo itself, have you done expos before?
I have never done Armageddon Expo. I've been to some conventions, but this is the first international one that both Molly and I will have gone to. So I mean, Lord of the Rings is like one of my favorite franchises in the world, and knowing that we're gonna be there where a lot of it was filmed. I've been looking at like destinations, like, ooh, we could go to the Dead Marshes, and we could go up here. I know Hobbiton's up more up near Auckland, but there's still so many cool things to see down there.
Oh, there really is. Yeah, and you're right about Lord of the Rings. My cousin is actually Frodo. And we're
I was gonna say, wait, Elijah Wood? Like, hey, you gotta
no,
hook me up, man.
no. And this isn't the accent that you'd hear as well. I've got a bit of a South African accent. My wife is Scottish, so I've got a bit of a weird thing going on. You won't hear people talking like me here. But yeah. Lord of the Rings I'm a big fan of Lord of the Rings as well. And there is, just walking through a mountain range, you feel like you're in the movie, which is awesome.
Yeah. I've heard there's a beautiful like a horse ride kind of thing you can do through some mountainous areas, and I love horses, so that may be something I have to check out when we're down there.
hmm Perfect. Yeah, that's lovely. You definitely must. And then at the expo itself, what what are people going to recognize you the most for? What anime character or anime
Oh,
series?
right.
Yeah.
So I would say the biggest one in terms of like probably the most people would know would be Sparrow from One Piece. But I would say that he's also not the biggest character I've ever done. I'm in a show. I'm in Chainsaw Man. I play a character called Madoka. I call him. He made a contract with the like peace out devil. Like he's in and he's out before he dies, like everybody else in Special Division 4. I'm in My Hero Academia. I play Kotaro Shimura, who is Shigaraki's father. I play Majestic, the pro hero. I play Red in Banished from the Heroes Party, Nakano in The Helpful Fox Senko-san, which was my first role, Galma in SSSS Dynazenon, Bondman in Spy Family. I play. I have over 150 different credits. Oh, Philip, Dayton Leia Montserrat in Overlord 4, who is like kind of a villain in this last season. Yeah, and this
Cool.
season I'm currently playing the lead in a show called Revenger. It's like a samurai period piece, and he's a lot of fun. It's like a samurai that kills people. He gets a gold coin, and he and his team of assassins go and kill these people that have give him gold coins. So it's a pretty fun show.
Nice, and that's coming up soon.
It's airing right now. It's we're 6 episodes in. I think we have about 6 episodes left to record. So right as we're wrapping up this winter season, is when towards the end of it is when I'll be heading down to New Zealand.
Cool. Oh, that worked out really well. And yeah, I've watched most of those shows that you've spoken about and featured in, and as I said before, I'm a big fan. Bondman is great, and my
He's
daughter,
fun.
yeah, he's so much fun. My daughters and I, and my wife, that was a bit of a gateway anime for my wife. I'm trying to get her into anime that way, and Spy Family's been the way to go, and it's great. We're not finished the seasons, but no, we're loving
Yeah.
it. Was that fun to play?
Oh yeah, I mean, and you never know when Bondman is going to appear. I play a couple other characters in this show as well, but like Bondman is like my favorite because I get to put on like this kind of like 1940s detective kind of accent, and it's just different than stuff I normally do, and it's very campy. I'm also an assistant director on Spy Family, so like my friend Alex, he plays Lloyd, and then Megan is Anya. She's great, and then Natalie. Everyone in that show just works so well together, and it's fun. It's a really fun show to direct because of how big the comedy is, because there are moments where it gets super serious and it's like spy mode, and then the comedy moments, the faces the characters make is my favorite, and I think that's why people love it so much, is because it appeals to so many different genres.
Oh, so true. And the faces, Anya's faces especially,
Yeah.
hilarious. My daughters just crack up every single time. So, no, you've done a really good job with that. What would that be one of your favorite characters you ever, or your favorite animes you ever been involved in, or what would you say that would be?
Yeah. I love Spy Family. I think that my whole like getting involved with the anime journey kind of started with One Piece, and it's the only show it's the only thing that I've ever done that I've kept up with since I started watching it. So I started watching it like back in, oh, I don't know, like 2012 or 2013. And like they were getting to like about halfway through the Dressrosa arc. And I was like, man, this is like a really good show. I had seen the Four Kids dub a while ago, but I wasn't, I didn't really know it was a very strange dub back when Four Kids did it. But when Funimation took it over, Colleen Clinkenbeard took over as Luffy, and it changed everything. She's really, really cool. But it's the only anime that I read the manga for every week. And I've read it every single week for the last maybe 5 or 6 years that it comes out, because I love the journey that the characters are taking. And when I found out that I got cast as Pero Sparrow, I think that was a moment where I was like, no way this is happening, because I was such a huge fan of the manga, so I knew exactly what his arc was and where it's going. And right now we're dubbing Wano at Crunchyroll, and there's where I can't tell you what episode we're up to in the dub, but we're moving along, and we're getting some really fun stuff coming up with that, and I'm really excited to record those parts.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I'm actually, it's funny. I'm in the Big Mom arc where they're trying to get Sanji back, and your character just popped up, and I'm like, I'm going to interview that guy soon, So I got quite excited, and then obviously you're the Hat as well.
Yes, Napoleon. I always Napoleon. Actually, the director Anthony, he cast me as Napoleon, and he's like, can you? He's like, who do you want to audition for later on? I'm like, I'd like to audition for like these other characters, but I don't know. He's like, okay, well, I need this like done now. So give me a voice that is like nothing like what you're going to audition for these other characters with. And I was like, okay. I listened to the Seiyu and the J, and I was like, and I didn't know this till later, but the Seiyu for both Napoleon, Prometheus, and Zeus is all the same actor in the J. We have it split up in the English, but the hat, I was like, okay, Napoleon, think like short and like kind of, he's kind of here. And then I just came up with this kind of like, yes, mama, like he's always ready to fight. Um,
I love
because
that.
he turns into the sword. He's got the shark teeth. Oh, Raichi and Blue Lock, also Shark Teeth boy that I play. So
Right, right, right.
inspiration for both those. Yeah, yeah. But Napoleon's a lot of fun, and it's the first character. He's actually the first character that I have that has will have a pop figurine, because Big Mom they're coming out with some Big Mom ones that have a big Napoleon, Zeus, and Prometheus, and I really hope that they come in time to bring with me to Armageddon Expo, because
Oh, that's
I can't wait to show
awesome.
them off. Yeah.
Heck yeah. Oh, that's fantastic. And your laugh as Perispero,
Yes.
give us a bit of a example of that. Come on.
Yeah, yeah. So I took a lot of inspiration, because the whole goal of bringing it from the Japanese into the English is to give it what we think the English speakers will like kind of relate to. And so I loved what the Seiyu did with his voice. It always, sorry, I've got to take one headphone off because this is how I record my anime when I do things, so I can hear myself.
Of course.
Um, it always sounded like his tongue was kind of sitting in the back of his throat. So when I had my audition for him initially, I was like, okay, so like I had a, this is going to sound so weird. I had a stick. I was like, okay, he always has his candy lollipop stick. I'm like, I'm going to hold that so that and like he kind of presents himself in a different way. And when I find that character stance, and I move the tongue sort of to the back of my throat, and then suddenly I'm there. And everything I do starts coming out in this weird way.
I love it.
Yes, yes. And I took a lot of inspiration from the J, and from there's a movie called Chitty Chitty Bang Bang that Van Dyke in it, and it's like an older musical, but there's this character called the Child Catcher, and I'm pretty sure that Oda took inspiration from that character as well for Perospero, because he kidnaps children. He has a super long nose. And whenever I have to get into character for him, all I have to think is lollipops, ice cream, come children, and then I'm there ready to go. And
Oh, that's
his
awesome.
laugh is, of course, my favorite. The cuckoos are the. I
Heck yeah.
remember getting the audition for it, and it was like here's the laugh, like give us like this character laugh, and I was like, okay, I listened to it, and I was like, okay, it just sounds like he's a going goo goo or cuckoo, and I listened to like 20 different parts in the story, and he's like, no, it's a and that's what we settled on.
Cool. No, it's great, and you played so well. I couldn't imagine any
Thank
other
you.
voice for him, and the hats, obviously. I can imagine. Actually, when you now you say it, Napoleon type person, I can see that. I can see that for sure. So
Yeah.
One Piece would probably be your top anime that you love. What would be your
Yeah.
second and third?
So one that I don't think got nearly as much recognition as it should have when it came out is one called Dynazenon. And it's like a mecha show. It's people are given like these little, at least in Dynazenon, there's like kaiju in the world, and they appear randomly, and then this group of 5 people have to come together with their little robot pieces and form a big robot and defeat the kaiju. And this character I played, Galma, um he's like in the lower part of my register, and it was the first time I got to play a character that had gratuitous amounts of screaming and like yelling battle things, actually like screaming like this attack into this attack. And it was so much fun. It was the first thing I recorded ever in this home studio during the pandemic. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna buy it, I'm gonna get it, and we're gonna go. And all of that was recorded from this, as well as all both those were recorded exclusively from my home studio.
Cool. Oh yeah, well it sounds fantastic, and that'd be fun. Is it different? Do you prefer it at your home studio, or you prefer going in and being around people?
I so it depends on the day, right? It's like sometimes like I don't want to drive in, but the thing that's hard about doing things from your home studio is that